tips for making animation more fluid. Okay, I can do that. Animation is more fluid. So, say you have a dude who is what would be better if I did it the right way first, or show you common wrong ways that I have made, common mistakes that I've made and that I see a lot of other people making? If I address those first, or if I just do it the right way straight out? What would be better for learning? Okay, here's our man. We want to see the wrong ways. Okay, so here's the man, and then we want to make him turn around and raise his hand. So we'll put on our onion skin, not all of it, just that much. And then the next frame, he's gonna be like sort of I'm already like super simple. I'm just doing really simple stuff here. Maybe I shouldn't have drawn this guy with so much hair. It's gonna make the animation part a little more. Okay, so we have these two poses, right? We want him to go from here to here. A common thing that people do is just delete the frame in the middle and then draw exactly like an exact thing right in the middle, and this is not right to do. And you'll see why in a sec when it doesn't look good. So this is just this is just really fast. So it will make this on 2s or on 3s maybe. 2, 1, 2. So you have this movement and it's not very fluid. That's because there's no easing. And easing is when you draw your in-betweens that favor one frame before or one frame in front. Here's another thing that I see people do. I'll just backspace a little bit. Sometimes people opt to not draw a frame in the middle at all, which can work, but leaves more to be desired. It's not fluid. And if my cursor will work, there we go. Okay. So sometimes you see people do they just move it a little bit and have it kind of hop. Which it looks better than doing nothing at all, like that. But it's still, it gives it that like kind of soulless, not very good look to it, which is not what you want. So you're going from this pose to this pose. So here's what we'll do. If we really wanted this to look good, we would first draw in-betweens that favor this blue frame So we'll just... And sometimes you can cheat by just moving stuff around a little bit. But if I'm illustrating like the way you would ideally do it, this would be the way. So stuff that is like lighter, like fabric or hair in this case, would favor that frame even more. So I'd start drawing it further away and then sort of end back where the line was, if this makes any sense. Sorry if it doesn't. So I start like having it go a little bit more this way, and then when I end the line, it's closer to here. So there we go. And then just slightly move the body because we're leading with the head. And this is just like really simple. Like this is gonna be like 5 frames. I'm not gonna do any more. And then go the unibrow. Okay. So we have, see how the hair kind of stays in place while the body moves a little bit more towards the bottom? Sorry, I'm pointing at the screen like an idiot, like you can see. And then we're going to skip this frame for now. Instead, we're going to add another frame here. Can you see my timeline? Did I leave my timeline in OBS? Okay, good, because this would be totally for nothing if I didn't. Okay, and then this is our overshoot frame, which the easy way to do it would just be to see he starts over here, ends over here. We want the overshoot frame to overshoot the movement, so directly opposite, so it's going like this way. So stretched out like that. It works to stretch, or sometimes you can even stretch it and then leave the trace there and then just trace the blue frame. We're gonna make it a little bit different. We're tracing this so that we can make any, because sometimes just stretching it doesn't give us the precise desired effect. Because I think I want to maybe make his eyes open a little more on this overshoot frame. This is where you can really exaggerate the facial features. So give him whoa, make his brow go up a little bit. We'll just trace this. The hand we will have overshoot this way. Hold up, not exactly like that. Not exactly like that either. Here we go. And then basically just trace that. And that, and then the mouth. And then we can delete the frame that we just traced, because we just traced it. And then the most fun frame is the not desired for all, you don't need this frame for all movements, but when it's a big sweeping sort of, he's raising his arm, he's turning around, it's fun to draw, a little in-between smear frame. So this is just this is where you can get as wacky as you need to be, which is why I like it so much. Don't get too wacky, but get wacky if you need to. This is where we're doing things like add 3 eyes, mess with the pupil a little bit, stretch the mouth. This is where we're actually seeing the arm raise, and for this we'll do multiples. So what that means is we're drawing a frame of his hand coming up. And we're also drawing in the same frame another image. Not exactly like that though. Just like that. And if you want to get really fancy, you can draw some more fingers right here. So, we saw the ugly ways. I should have saved them so we could have looked back at it. And now, here's the good way. Look how fluid that looks. I mean, for like drawing it in like 1 minute, I think that looks pretty good. So, recap. We started off with pose 1. This is the pose we're aiming for. Pose 2. So we have a frame here, a frame that wants to be this pose, but it's favoring pose 1, obviously. And then we have the overshoot, and then the rest, the settle. Overshoot, and then settle on this. And then the in-between. So, looks pretty good. Does that look good? Malvado? Hopefully that helped you. Pretty decent warm-up for me. I think I will. Oh, my cat's home. Hold on. Be right back. Cool. I'm actually going to export this into a animated GIF